Math Module 3, Lesson 5. I can subtract fractions with unlike units using the strategy of creating equivalent fractions. Make sure everything I do in the video, you're doing in your workbook. If you need to use the back side of the concept development page to finish your notes, please do so. Good luck! Problem 1. 1/2 minus 1/3. Can I do the subtraction? It's just like addition. I must have like units. 2/3 and halves are not the same, so I can't subtract right now. I have to make equivalent fractions, meaning the denominator is the same. So let's draw our models. So I start with the 1/2. That's 1 whole. Here's my 1/2. I'm going to shade it in. So now I'm going to do my 1/3. Here's the whole. Here's the third. Shade it in. So now we're going to superimpose, kind of like we've been doing. So I can get the like units. Here's the whole. Here's the whole. Here's the thirds. Here's the 1/3. Here's the 1/2. Let's shade them in. Work smarter, not harder, Mrs. Colville. So let's superimpose. So on my half, I'm going to make thirds horizontally, and on my thirds, I'm going to make half vertically. So the equivalent of 1/2 is 3/6, and the equivalent for 1/3 is 2/6. So this is the new piece. I'm going to draw one, yes I said one model, and it's going to be with my first factor, so that's the 3/6. So I broke it in half, and then I showed my whole. So I'm modeling it after the 3/6. But this is where it's new. I'm not just going to write 3/6. I'm going to write 3/6 minus, I'm going to get rid of that mistake. I got a little subtraction happy. 2/6. Well, I need to take away 2/6 of the 3/6. So I'm going to cross out two of them. So 3/6 minus 2/6 is 1/6. So 1/2 minus 1/3 is 1/6. And so in this case, we're almost drawing 3 sets of models. And in the last one, there's only one. And that actually shows the subtraction. Make sure you showed all your work. Problem 2. 1/2 minus 1/5. Well, I can't subtract them because they don't have the same denominator. They're not like units. So let's start with our models. 1/2. Here's my whole. Here's my half. I'll shade it in a moment. Work smarter, not harder. Here's my fifths. There's the whole. Here's the 1/5. All right, let's shade it in. 1/2, 1/5. So now I'm going to add fifths to my half and have halves to my fifths. Here's my half. There's the whole, the half. Now I need to do my fifths. Here's my fifth. Here's the whole. So let's shade it in. Beautiful. So now I'm adding the fifths to my half. And I'm adding the half to my fifths. So 1/2 is equal to 5/10. and 1/5 is equal to 2/10. So let's superimpose this, or not superimpose, but let's draw the model one more time. And truthfully, it's that one. So we have the half, this is the whole, shade it in, add the fifths. Yeah, I know that's not very equivalent. Mrs. Colby, you're failing. So this is 5/10 minus 2/10. So I have the 5/10 shaded in. I'm crossing off 2/10. So that equals how many's left? 3/10. So 1/2 minus 1/5 is 3/10. Make sure you showed all the work. 1/2 minus 2/7. Can't subtract. Don't have the same denominator. They're not like units. So I'm going to start with my half. Then I'm going to do my 7ths. So there's my whole. Here's my half. Then my 7ths. Here's my 2/7. So let's shade them in. All right. And then I'm going to superimpose them on each other. So my half will get the 7ths, and my 7ths will get the half. There's the half. Here's the whole. Do my 7ths. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yikes. They're not very equivalent. Let's not judge that right now. You don't judge mine, I won't judge yours. 1/2. Let's shade them in. Then I'm going to add 7ths to the half. That was a little better. I'm going to add halves to the 7ths. So 1/2 is equal to 7/14. And 2/7 is equal to 4/14. So let's draw the model one more time. If you can go across, go across. I just don't have any room to. So here's my half. Here's the whole. Shade it before I start. And remember, I always start with my first factor. And then I add my 7ths. 1, 2, 3. So then this is 7/14 minus 4/14. So if I have my 7 shaded on the left, I'm going to get rid of 4. Cross them off. And that leaves me with 3. 3/14. So 1/2 minus 2/7 is equal to 3/14. Problem 4. 4/5 minus 2/3. Well, fifths and thirds aren't like units, so I've got to draw my model so I can get common denominator. So this is going to be my fifths. Here's the whole. There's 4 of them. So now I need to do my thirds. Here will be 2 of them. Here's the whole. Let's shade them in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So now we're going to superimpose our thirds on our fifths and our fifths on our thirds. So fifths first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's my whole. Here's 4 fifths. Here's 2 thirds. Let's shade them. All right, now I'm going to superimpose my thirds on my fifths, horizontally, of course, and then my fifths on my thirds vertically. So 4 fifths is equal to 12 fifteenths, and 2 thirds is equal to 10 fifteenths. So let's draw our model one more time. So I started with fifths. Here's my hole. And then let's shade in my 4 fifths. Beautiful. Now I'm going to input my thirds. So we have 12 fifteenths minus 10 fifteenths. So I'm going to get rid of 10 of the 12. I'm going to cross them off. So there's 4, 8, and then 2 more. So how many are left? So that's equal to 2 fifteenths. So 4 fifths minus 2 thirds is equal to 2 fifteenths. Make sure you showed all your work.